This is Mike Benoit with another episode of Tyranny Busters. Tyranny Busters is based on Thomas Jefferson's quote, "I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man." Now, in this society, people are so glib, if you will, just kind of glance over things, don't take things for their real substance. What did Jefferson mean by an eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man? Well, I think he meant this is mind control, and every means in which people's minds are being controlled by someone else, which is taking control where you don't have the right, by lies, propaganda, deceit, you name it. And sometimes people make that task very easy for others to have a tyranny over their mind. When they accept a piece of information as gospel without verifying it, they're basically allowing their mind to be controlled by somebody else, even though they think they're in control of it. And they may operate on this piece of false information to their detriment. Sometimes they could actually operate it on to their benefit. But an example that I wanted to bring out today, and maybe that's the best way to demonstrate a tyranny upon the mind of man, is to show different examples. And a good example, and Jefferson spoke to the guaranteed right of trial by jury as being the strongest anchor against tyranny in government. And this right of trial by jury, if you go back in our history, you'll see that at the onset of this country, and before and after, a jury in a criminal trial was a body of people, 12 people usually, that were put together for the purpose of adjudicating not just the facts of the case, but the law itself. And to be an anchor against tyranny in government, of course, the jury would have to do that. Now, what's happening is that judges are lying to the juries now and telling them that they can't judge the law. And of course, that's a tyranny, and that's a tyranny over the mind of man. There's somebody that was passing out fully informed jury association material that has been charged with a crime. I guess it's jury tampering. A person commits jury tampering if, with intent to influence a juror's vote, opinion, decision, or other action in a case, he attempts directly or indirectly to communicate with the juror other than as part of the proceeding in the trial of the case. Of course, someone passing out information just generally doesn't know if somebody's a juror or not. But this is exactly what the judges do. They are tampering with a juror. They're telling the juror that they cannot judge the law. They can only judge the facts. That's a tyranny upon the mind of man. That's jury tampering. A person commits jury tampering if he knowingly participates in the fraudulent processing or selection of jurors or prospective jurors. This is jury tampering. Now, how is it that the judges, and so many of them, all of them, just about all of them, I doubt if you can find one, if you do find one, boy, I'd like to hear from them, that will actually tell the jurors that, or prospective jurors, that they have the purview of judging the law as well as the facts. All these tyrannical laws that exist now would not exist if the jurors knew of their power. In fact, there's such a tyranny in this area that people are being denied trial by jury when, if the jury has the power to judge the law as well as the facts, and they're told otherwise, then that jury has been neutered and they no longer are a jury. They are a body of 12 people who resemble the appearance of a jury, kind of like a gelding resembles the appearance of a stallion, but they are no longer a jury. And this is worse than jury tampering. This is denial of your constitutionally protected right of trial by jury. This has been an episode of Tyranny Busters. I hope you can tune in the next time around, and we'll do a little more busting of tyranny upon the mind of man.